How to fight like Naoya Inoue, known as the Monster, or people also call him Godzilla, in 5 steps. Hello, Earthlings. Oh, from the Bronx here. And today we're going to get right into number 1, starting off with his exceptional footwork. He likes to draw his opponent in through that pendulum bounce. You'll notice when he's coming in and out and he wants to really try to throw him off, he'll maybe switch stance and then go in to the southpaw through that pendulum bounce. Before he even get to that point though, he has to just have normal skills, not crossing his feet while moving back and forward, linear and lateral, and side to side. Now, number 2 is his exceptional head movement. Now, his defense through that high guard is when he's coming in, he'll start to smother his opponent with his hands, really keeping that close guard. And then when he's out of range and he's trying to come in range, he'll start breaking the center line through his head work, trying to bait them in. All right. Now for number 3 is his offense. He walks his opponents down with his jab. So he'll throw his jab and he'll throw that up jab. So he'll kind of coil his front leg while throwing that up jab. You get them concentrated on the level change through the up jab and then throw that jab to the body to start changing that rhythm. Then he'll start acting like he's going to go to the head again and then go back to the body. And then from there, once you know he can touch his opponent, then he'll start jabbing to the head, jabbing to the body, jabbing to the head, and then coming in with that pendulum bounce to throw his opponent off and throwing in those crazy combinations. But the way he could really get into that flow of throwing those combinations is through number 4, which is his counter punching ability. His counter punching comes into play when you start to see him believing in his ability, believing in his skill set. He'll start really getting into that pendulum step and having his head out there and playing around so he can bait his opponent in while still walking his opponent down and cutting that ring off through the jab. And then when opponent starts to get mixed up with what he's doing, then he can go into the counter punching. That's when he really turns up and it becomes a beautiful spectacle. And you really see his athleticism unfold in the ring. He just starts to pick his opponent apart. His opponent just starts to get discouraged. And so eventually what leads into the knockout. But at the same time, by him getting into that show mode, he potentially gets himself hurt in the mix. That's why you've seen him knocked down a couple times. But he's willing to take that risk because he believes in himself. And he goes full-fledged in trying to win the fight and not just win on points. And then number 5, his conditioning. He sprints like crazy. He does the road work. He runs nearly every day. He's doing plyometrics. He's doing compound movements. He's doing everything he possibly can to ensure he can maintain that flow, because his pace is kind of like a Pacquiao, Roy Jones Jr., like Mexican style, like all encompassed into one. Like he's a real threat. He's a real boxing fundamentalist and at the same time an entertainer. And that's why when you watch his fights, they're a beautiful spectacle to see. And that's why his nickname, the Monster, stands, because he has like a 90% KO rate and he is no joke. And he's one of the greatest of our time. And I feel like he's going to be up there. I mean, we'll see what's going to happen in the ongoing years. But to fight like that, man, you have to have a crazy tank. Your stamina has to be bar none. You have to train like no other. And of course, it seems like he's naturally gifted in certain departments, and that's the reason why he excels in the way that he does. Now, if you like the video, please comment, like, and subscribe. Thank you for joining me on this journey to the ultraviolet. And always work towards becoming your greatest version.